Hi chaps, ladies. Hi chaps, ladies. Steve Francis, Steve Francis, one aka Ryan here. I've now got another review for you, and to be honest, it's something that I did a review for a couple of weeks ago, and I am in fact in the process of constructing. But I'm building another one as part of a challenge, and as part of a challenge, and another aircraft which you'll get the review for in the next few weeks, next few days, next few weeks. Obviously, this is Airfix's 72nd scale folland gnat t.1, the Yellow Jacks. Obviously, bit of history for you. Obviously, the Yellow Jacks were the precursor to the Red Arrows. Were the precursor to the Red Arrows because obviously they formed up at RF Valley in 1964. Because prior to that, you had the Red Pelicans flying the Jet Provost, and the Black Arrow flying the Hawk Hunter Mark 6, I want to say, t.1 Squadron, North Weald. So yeah, so that's the Yellow Jack. Um, Box art, really good box art. You'll see of Yellow Jack, of the Yellow Jack display team doing an aerobatic display. You've got a formation of three. You've got what looks to be the team leader with his black tail. Not sure if I'm going to do the black tail or just do the ordinary yellow tail, but like the one that's about to go upside down. But yeah, so that's the box art. Because this is a gift set, it does include 4 acrylic paints, which I probably won't use, one paintbrush, and a polished cement. Again, paintbrush I'll use, but not the other two contents of the box. So we'll have a look at the kit. We'll have a look at the kit now, shall we? So the instructions, feel free to pause it, but you've got obviously the instructions, you've got the aircraft history in English, French, and then English and French, and then you've got warning labels in various languages in English, German, French, Austrian, Russian, German again. That might be Polish actually. Whatever that Dutch, whatever the other languages around the bottom. Again, if you speak the languages, if anyone who watches this video speaks languages in the bottom half of the warning label sheet, feel free to comment below. That'll be greatly appreciated. I'll see Horby Hobbies product for best results, and please notes at the bottom. Oh, you got some more history on the aircraft in 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 German and Spanish and whatever SV is, and then you've got the assembly instructions in multiple languages. You've got the assembly icons in multiple languages. You've got the safety information, contents list, and safety information in multiple languages again. And then you've got advice for supervisors for supervising adults. Again in English, French, German, Spanish, what SV is, Dutch, Polish, Norwegian, Italian, whatever PT is, AL, FI, DA, and CS is. Safety rules again in multiple languages, including English. And then obviously this is a 27 stage, one to this is a 1 to 27 stage sub-assembly model kit. Obviously, some of the stages you do leave out depending on what you're doing with the kit, because obviously this does give you a wheels up or wheels down option. So depending if you're doing it wheels up, wheels down, depends whether you then basically do the steps for the wheels up or wheels down option. So stage number one, you assemble the back ejector seat onto the rear cockpit bulkhead and the rear, and then obviously you assemble the rear seat with the rear cockpit bulkhead onto the cockpit floor. Stage three, you assemble the control columns, both front and back control columns, and then stage four, you assemble the rear ejector seat onto the rear instrument panel coaming and also the rear instrument panel, which decals for which the and unfortunately there is no actual dial decal for that. That is a decal. That is a decal or decal. And then stub assembly 5, you assemble the front ejector seat. We'll see the rear instrument panel. Um, Stage subassembly 6, you assemble the front instrument panel onto the cockpit floor. Subassembly 7, you assemble the port side intake onto the fuselage. Subassembly 8, you do the opposite, and then subassemblies 9 and 10, you assemble both the port and starboard side rear cockpit sidewalls, and obviously it paint the intake ducting for both of those sides. And then of course this is where you need to choose, and this is ultimately, guys, this is where you need to decide if you're doing it wheels up or wheels down. Obviously if you are doing wheels down, part, you start with 11A, stage 11A, which is obviously you gear the gear leg into the gear wheel door, into the landing gear, but into the wheel well. Subassembly 11B, you assemble the gear leg into the opposite gear leg into the opposite landing gear bay. If you're doing wheels up, you just glue the landing gear bays into the fuselage. If you're doing it, if you are doing it wheels down, you obviously then sub 13, you assemble the gear leg, the gear leg covering, the gear leg fairing. Subassembly 14, you assemble the wheel wells with the gear legs down in the down position into the fuselage sides. And then subassembly 16, you assemble the cockpit into the starboard side, into the port side fuselage half. And then subassembly 17, you assemble the starboard side fuselage half onto the port side cockpit. You glue your two fuselage halves together. Subassembly 18, again, if you're doing it wheels up, you assemble part 13A onto subassembly 17. If you're doing it wheels down, you assemble part 6A onto subassembly 13. If you're doing it obviously wheels down, you glue 17B onto the fuselage, onto the airframe. If you're doing it with the wheels, with the nose gear down, you glue part 21B onto 18B, and then glue on part 15A and 15, the main rear gear wheels, which 15A. Obviously, subassembly 20, you put on the landing gear, the nose gear. Stage subassembly 21, you put on the main gear wheels, and obviously it's just saying you to make sure it has 5 degree, that they're offset 5 degrees, that the main wheels are set off degrees, and they have a 5 degree, and they're towing. They've got a vertical towing in camber. And then obviously subassembly 2022, you assemble the wing box. Subassembly 23, subassembly 23, you assemble the wing box and the fuselage. Subassembly 24, you glue in the jet pipe. Subassembly 25, you put in the stabilator. Subassembly 26, you put on the aerials and the cockpit canopy and the front light, and obviously some of the final subassemblies you put on the airspeed indicator, or the pitot tube, or the pitot probe. And obviously it does say to you about putting in the pilots, but realistically, if you are going to put a pilot in, you only put in one, because I don't think the Yellow Jack's ground crew at that point. I don't think the Yellow Jack's ground crew. I don't think the Blues weren't. I think the ground crew, the Red Arrows, as they are now, the ground crew, the Blues as they are now, were a thing. Right, parts. So parts wise, like because it's essentially this is the Yellow Jack's box um, set get starter set that I've built. I'm already building. Obviously, you get on the first sprue, you get the pilot and the instructor. Obviously the instructor for the normal gnat kit. Obviously this I don't know if I'm using both pilots, both air crew, or just one at the minute, or none at all. Obviously you got your wing box, which again I don't know how well you get in this, but I don't know how well you get in this. I don't know if you're getting this at all, but the panel line detail, is really the panel line detail on this is really nicely done. It's not underdone, but it's not overdone. So that's the top wing section with obviously with a section of the fuselage half molded in one, and then you've got your two lower underside wing sections here. Again, nicely panelized and nicely done on it, not overdone, not overly done. So you've got the pitot tube, you've got the cockpit tub, which is nicely done, not really over detailed, but then to be honest, a lot of the detail you add in as you build the you build in terms of detail you build it up by adding you build the cockpit up by adding the cockpit details. Wheel wells again, nose wheel wells again, main wheel wells again, really nicely done. Obviously, you got parts for the slipper tanks. Obviously, here's the part. This is the two parts that allow. This is the two part that you pretty much decide if you put wheel. You have to decide whether you put wheels up or whether you do wheels up or wheels down, because these parts are critical. These you pretty much choose which one of these parts goes in. More parts for the slipper tanks, and then you've got the nose wheels, and then you've got the jet pipe. You got the exhaust jet pipe there, which again I don't know how well you're going to get that. Don't know how well you're going to get that, guys. Really nicely done, if I'm honest, guys, with you. And then obviously the second sprue you got the main gear leg, doors, the main gear leg doors, the main gear leg fairing doors, the nose gear, the um, the joystick, front and rear joysticks, nose gear in the down position, nose gear in the up position, instrument panel which is barren of any barren of any detail, because of course you get a decal for it. Intake lips, the intake lips, nose gear, more parts for the slipper tank. Cockpit, obviously, front cockpit bulkhead and instrument panel coaming, rear cockpit bulkhead, stabilators, tail planes, intake duct, the intake ducting, the inner intake duct, the inner intake ducts, which double up as the rear cockpit sidewalls. You'll see. And again, the panel line detail, the fuselage is really nicely done. It's not overdone. It's exquisitely done. It's not overdone. It's not overly done. It's not overdone. It's not underdone. It's really nicely done. Obviously, you've got your ejection seats here, and then you've got your, like I say, there's your rear cockpit side walls, guys. And you've got your rear instrument panel there. Again, no real detail, barren of any detail. But then you will, but then that's because obviously you are going to be putting a decal on it. But yeah, so this is really nicely done actually, and it's, to be honest, I would dare say I don't know if this kit was released slightly later than the Red Arrows gift set, but this is really nicely done, guys. And I'll be honest with you, I so far the Red Arrows gnat is going together really well. I've not got the cockpit on the other gnat in yet, but it's going together really well. So yeah, that's how we are looking on the light grey plastic. The only other bit really, which is might be a little bit of a pig to get out. I'm going to have to pause the video here, guys. Just and then finally the clear parts. Again, like I said on the Red Arrows following that review, the clear parts are really crisply done, are really crispy molded, really crispy molded. Clarity was crystal clear, no magnification considering this is quite a complex shape to magnification considering this is quite a complex shape to mold. And to be honest, the framing on the canopy is really nicely done so that you could quite easily mask this up with masking tape, or I wouldn't be surprised in this day and age if Edard do a mask set for this, so you could just put an Edard mask set on this canopy and mask it up and paint up your canopy. So that's your clear parts. So your clear parts. So that's really good. Really nice actually. And then obviously your as it's a gift set. There's your paintbrush, and there's your paints, which I'm probably going to use. I'll only use in an emergency, if I'm honest with you. Um, if I'm honest with you, I'll probably only use it the paints in an emergency. Um, and then obviously the only other thing I've got to show you is obviously the colour scheme. So this is only one colour scheme because it's obviously the gift set. I don't know how well you're going to get this, but obviously following that T1 T1 of folland gnat T1 Yellow Jacks aerobatic display team RAF Yellow Jacks of the RAF aerobatic display team of the Yellow Jacks aerobatic display AC number four fly training school RF Valley 1964. So it's lemon yellow. So it's overall lemon yellow. Which is a gloss color, which I don't know because I don't know if I'm going to go with. I might if I can see if I can, guys. I'm going to see I'm going to see if I can do with this. What I'm going to do um with the red arrow with the red arrows now, and that's doing it in a matte or even a satin finish color, and then gloss coat it because I think it's quite honestly in 70-second gloss paint on a gloss paint with a gloss coat on top of it just looks too toy-like, if in my opinion. So that's your color scheme, and it does give the option to have a black tail or a yellow tail. Interestingly, but that I'll come to when I actually come to building it. And then finally the decals. Obviously you've got the instrument panel decals there. You've got the nose wheel decals there. You've got a few stenciled decals, still a few stenciled decals. You've got that go on. You've got the ejection triangle. You've got the ejection triangles. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, or even 5 ejection triangles. You've got the RAF fin flashes, the RF roundels, the RF fin flashes, the main RF roundels, the registration number on the registration number on the underside, the underside registration markings, and then you've even got the black oval marking there, and the black markings that go on the inner surface of the leading edges of the wings, which I'm not on the red arrows kit, so that's actually quite interesting. I might have to do those and then do these ones as paint, and then paint those, and then paint those ones on when I come to do the yellow jack. So yeah, when I get around to when I paint the yellow jack. So yeah, so that's it for this kit review. Really, what my thoughts? My thoughts are really, it's a really nice kit. I hope you see. I hope you guys hope I hope you guys have the same opinion on as me. Obviously, I am going to be building this alongside the Red Arrows Folland Gnat. Um, and I've got one final review for you. Here's another Red Arrows aircraft, but it's going to be what the Red Arrows went on to after the Folland Gnat, after they retired the Folland Gnat in 1979. So yeah, that's all I'm going to say on that one. But other than that, that's all I've got for you. And like I say, I'll hopefully have the first the first update on this and the Red Arrows Gnat pretty soon. Yeah, I don't know when either I don't know when either update will be, but when I have them, I'll bring them to you. All right. But that's all I've got for now, guys. So thank you much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Oh, one more thing before I go. I know I've already said it. I know I've already done a video for it, but I just want to mention it here and now. Just want to say a huge thank you for those of to all 403 subscribers that have been subscribed. Those all of you that have subscribed to me over the years, and those that are new to the channel. So basically, to all 443 of you, thank you very much for your continued support. It's greatly appreciated. But other than that, I will now say I am going to now sign off and say thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys. I'll see you guys on the first update or on either this that or the other one, which will most likely be the other one because I actually started that one. Anyway, thanks, chats. Thanks for watching, chaps and lady. Um, chaps, ladies, thank you much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. All right. Bye, chaps. Bye, chaps and lady. Bye.